Don't waste your time. A wake-up call for the modern mind. Let's start with a truth that we all know, yet we spend our entire lives trying to ignore. Your time is finite, and it is actively running out. Right now, as you listen to these words, a fraction of your life has passed. It's not coming back. You can earn back lost money. You can repair broken relationships. You can rebuild a career from the ashes. But you cannot, under any circumstances, buy back a single second of the day you just spent. We live under a comforting, yet highly dangerous illusion. We tell ourselves, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start that project next week. I'll change my life when things quiet down. But here is the brutal reality. Things will never quiet down. Life does not pause its chaos to give you a perfect, clean window to start living. When we say, I don't have time, what we are actually saying is, this is not a priority. Think about it. Every time you scroll mindlessly through a social media feed for an hour, you are making a transaction. You are trading 60 minutes of your irreplaceable existence for a temporary hit of dopamine. Is that a fair trade? If someone walked up to you and stole $100 from your wallet, you'd be furious. Yet we let apps, bad habits, and uninspiring people steal hours of our lives every single day without uttering a word of protest. It is time to stop being passive observers of our own lives.
If you're finding your flow with today's session, subscribe to the Story Shadow and join our community of English learners.
To stop wasting time, we first have to recognize where it's actually going. The modern world is engineered to steal your attention. Giant tech companies employ some of the smartest minds on Earth for one sole purpose: to keep your eyes glued to a screen for as long as possible. They have turned time wasting into a science. Here are the 3 main traps we fall into daily. First, doom scrolling and the infinite scroll. The human brain was never designed to process an infinite stream of information, outrage, and entertainment. When you scroll without a purpose, you enter a trance. 10 minutes turns into 2 hours, and you're left feeling emptier and more tired than before you started. Second, productive procrastination. This is the most dangerous trap because it feels like work. It's when you spend 3 hours organizing your desk, color-coding your calendar, or watching tutorials about how to do a task instead of actually doing the task. If you are preparing to start, you are not starting. Third, the comfort of someday. We treat someday like a real day of the week. We use it to store all our dreams, our fitness goals, our business ideas, and our creative outlets. But if you look at a calendar, you will find Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but you will never find someday. To break free from these traps, we must shift our identity from a consumer to a creator. A consumer watches other people live their lives. A creator actively builds their own. One of the greatest ways we waste our lives is by waiting for perfect conditions. We want to write a book, but we wait until we have a completely quiet room and inspiration strikes. We want to get in shape, but we wait for the first of the month or for the perfect gym clothes to arrive. Here is a hard truth you need to accept. The perfect moment is a myth. If you wait until you are fully ready, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. Growth lives in discomfort. If a task doesn't scare you at least a little bit, it probably isn't helping you grow. To break the loop of inaction, you have to embrace the concept of imperfect action. A poorly written page is infinitely better than a blank page. A clumsy 10-minute workout is vastly superior to a perfect workout you planned but never did. Stop waiting for the fear to go away before you act. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action in spite of it. The next time you find yourself hesitating, remember that the discomfort of starting is temporary, but the weight of regret lasts forever. Time wasting isn't just about screens, it's also about environment. We are often held back by time vampires, obligations, habits, and people that drain our energy without giving anything meaningful in return. If you want to protect your time, you must perform a regular life audit. Ask yourself these hard questions. Am I saying yes out of guilt? Many of us spend hours doing favors we don't want to do, attending social events we dread, and agreeing to projects that don't align with our goals. Every time you say yes to something you don't care about, you are saying no to your own dreams. Who am I spending my time with? Look at your closest circle. Do they inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better? Or do they anchor you to your old habits, complain constantly, and comfort you in your mediocrity? What habits are keeping me on autopilot? Identify the routines you do purely out of inertia. The golden rule of boundaries. No is a complete sentence. You do not need to construct an elaborate excuse or apologize endlessly for prioritizing your own time and mental health. Knowing you are wasting time is only half the battle. The other half is implementing practical systems to take control of your day. You do not need willpower. You need a system. Willpower is a finite resource that runs out by 5 p.m. A system, however, works even when you are exhausted. Here are 3 highly effective strategies to implement starting today. Number 1, the 5-minute rule. If there is a task you are avoiding, promise yourself that you will work on it for just 5 minutes. If you want to stop after 5 minutes, you have permission to quit. 9 times out of 10, the hardest part is simply overcoming the friction of starting. Once you get over that initial hump, momentum takes over, and you'll want to keep going. Number 2, time blocking versus to-do lists. Traditional to-do lists are wish lists. They list all the things you want to do, but they don't account for when you will do them. Instead, use time blocking. Open your calendar and assign a specific block of time to a specific task. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. Treat these blocks like non-negotiable appointments with your doctor or your boss. Number 3, build a stop-doing list. We are obsessed with productivity hacks and adding more to our schedules. But often, the secret to success is subtraction, not addition. Write down 3 things you will actively stop doing this week. It could be checking your email first thing in the morning, responding to text messages instantly, or agreeing to unproductive, gossipy conversations. Let's clear up a major misconception. Not wasting time does not mean you need to act like a robot 24 hours a day. It does not mean you should feel guilty for taking a nap, enjoying a walk, or sitting quietly with a cup of coffee. There is a massive difference between mindful rest and passive wasting of time. Mindful rest is an active choice. You decide to step away from work to recharge your mind, spend quality time with loved ones, or engage in a hobby that brings you genuine joy. This is restorative. It feeds your soul. Time wasting is mindless. You sit down to do one thing, get distracted, and spend 2 hours doing something you didn't even want to do, leaving you feeling frustrated, guilty, and depleted. Do not let the hustle culture convince you that every second must be monetized or optimized. Rest is not a waste of time. It is a prerequisite for sustained creativity and focus. Just make sure that when you rest, you do it intentionally. When you look back on your life 10, 20, or 50 years from now, what do you want to see? Do you want to see a collection of days spent waiting for the perfect moment? Do you want to remember yourself as someone who watched others build their dreams while yours stayed locked away in the someday drawer? Or do you want to look back and see someone who had the courage to live intentionally? Someone who looked at their limited time on this planet and said, I am going to make every single day count. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You just need to win the next hour. Put the phone down. Close the useless tabs on your browser. Take a deep breath and take that first imperfect step toward the life you actually want to build. Your time is running. Use it, honor it, and stop wasting it.